Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people all over the world, welcome to another episode of TylerBrianHour, a.k.a. TBH, a.k.a. TB Hour. I'm your co-host, bheard, a.k.a. Brian, a.k.a. Prince, a.k.a. Prince Vegeta. Obviously, no Tyler, but that's because Tyler's sick.
That name.
And he's going to Detroit, so shout out to bro. Love you. He told me to go do an episode, record one. So I ain't gonna lie, I did have a guest prior to this, but unfortunate things happened to where I couldn't call him and couldn't figure it out.
Now you guys have greatness.
True. You might have already heard her. But when I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, who can I call? Who would be perfect? And I can't think of a better, I'm going to say host for this, because you've already been on the podcast. And this person to the right of me is just dope for all terms and facets that I could think of. Not to mention, she looked good. She did kill the 75 days hard. She glowing a little bit. She changed, but you know what I'm saying? She was going to look either cool either way, you know, but we let it slide. Someone I'm glad to call my friend, because I'm the type of person that I champion a lot of people, but like when I really champion someone and get behind someone, I truly believe in them. And I couldn't think of a better honorary guest host than Ft.BXTA dopest.
That was so sweet.
It sounded better in my head because like I kind of tend to rehearse a little bit, and then like the moment I hit record, I was like, oh shit, I just forgot everything. I think I fucked up. You laughed at it. I was like, oh shit. And Bax has a friend here, Heather. She's here.
I have a friend here. Her name is Heather Loudpack.
Shout out. Pleasure meeting you. How you doing, Bax?
I'm doing well, you know. I'm blessed, living life, you know, taking it slow.
I feel it. It's been a while since you've been on the podcast. I think last time you was on the podcast, that was something that we needed to happen. Me and Tyler was pretty adamant about getting you on the podcast. Hopefully y'all don't hear the cars going by, but it is relatively loud. You went to the bathroom like 4 or 5 times.
I did go to the bathroom like 4 or 5 times.
So hopefully...
You might need to close that window.
So hopefully you ain't got to go a lot. We could close it a little later. But, yeah, I appreciate you letting me in your humble abode. I appreciate you hopping on the podcast and being that guest.
Well, anytime. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Audio level look a little low. It's kind of alarming. I don't know. Maybe it's her soft voice. Let me see if I could do some editing while we are talking here currently. And hopefully y'all don't mind this awkward-ass sound. But... So, I don't know if you saw on Instagram, big Soulja, big Draco, you know, Soulja Boy. You know, there was, I think it was in New Jersey. Well, it was in New Jersey, but I don't know who the YouTuber was, but it was an Instagram reel. And the guy pretty much asked the question, you know, dinner with Soulja Boy or $250 on the EBT card?
I did see that.
So I'm going to ask you, Bax. $250 on the EBT card or dinner with Big Draco?
I'm taking the EBT card.
Damn. So with the EBT card, that's technically $500.
And Trader
right?
Joe's takes EBT, so yeah, I'm in there.
We was just talking
That's
about.
all I needed.
You know, we was talking about. So I'm looking at Heather. We was just talking about Costco's and Trader Joe's and Sam's Club. I didn't think that it would revert back to the EBT card. I didn't even know that. That's how much Bax be tapped in with these Trader Joe's and all this shit. You mean
because I wish I had EBT every time I walk into that hoe. Gosh.
You wouldn't go on dinner with Big Draco? You don't think it'd be a fun, entertaining time?
No, I feel like I'd be miserable. Sitting there with Soulja Boy?
Why do you say that?
Well, because, like, I just feel like, one, what are we going to talk about? Two, I can't even take him serious. I'm gonna go there to laugh when I could be getting money.
Yeah, you could go there to laugh. It's not like...
I can get on the internet and watch Soulja Boy and laugh.
But how many times you going to meet him in person, though? This is Draco. Like, he had a lot of errors and a lot of hats. So the fact that he's still irrelevant and still has the name that he pretty much never lost his status, if we really thinking about it.
You are so very right. And he's still making his coin.
Big time.
But...
Big Draco.
What?
That face.
What? That's just even just a comparison, because the person asking that already knew that they are not shit. Because why would you say how much was the EBT card worth?
$250.
You feel me? What kind of comparison is that?
I ain't gonna lie. Like when they were making the comparison and they was talking about it, I was like, because everybody was like, "Oh, I'd take the dinner with Soulja Boy," and for the podcast sake, I'm taking the dinner with Soulja Boy. But when I was sitting there thinking, I was like, "Isn't 250 EBT like 500?" I was like, "You get a lot. That's about a month worth of groceries if you plan it right."
But yeah, that comparison is wild. Just to think how people ask like $100,000 or dinner with Jay-Z, like. You feel me? No one's saying $250 or dinner with Jay-Z.
I think what's so nasty, is literally to that point. Just to reiterate it, like Jay-Z got $500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z. They said $250 EBT or dinner with Soulja Boy. So you had to see Soulja Boy respond to it, right?
So I didn't see the response. I did not see the response.
I'm also noticing that it was you or why your audio levels is down. You gotta talk into the there you go.
Sorry.
They want the ASMR backs.
Hey y'all.
Because I'm like looking at the levels, I'm like, oh, why the fuck's it so low? But you didn't see the response?
No, I didn't. What happened? Enlighten me.
So, of course, just like anything else in the world, Soulja Boy doesn't watch the video. He just like sees the title of it.
Yes.
And then when he sees the title of it, he's like, man, fuck New Jersey. That's why y'all got AIDS. Y'all ain't got no money. You ain't getting out the hood. You're going to die in the hood. Fuck y'all. Y'all broke. Ugly ass bitch. Like, he going crazy.
So he was hurt.
Super hurt. Which I would be hurt too. All right, if you take an EBT over me, that's fucked up. But he was super, super hurt. And what made it so bad was the next day, he comes back, and of course it's on IG Live and shit, right? So he comes back, and he's just sitting there like, I like to apologize for my actions yesterday. I didn't watch the video. I just kind of read with the headline. And mind you, he's saying this out loud, giving this speech, getting this shit off. Of course, some nigga in the IG Live comments, yo, you can't come to New Jersey. Like, fuck you, nigga, I ain't going to New Jersey.
Oh my gosh.
Soulja Boy is the greatest. I think he's a living legend. There's not like a Hall of Fame for rappers, but Soulja Boy definitely belongs in it. Him and Bow Wow too, and Ray J. I don't know what kind of Hall of Fame you put him in. Like, there's definitely like the A, B, C tier.
They are definitely on the G.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Ooh.
I can't even hold you. I was literally listening to Pow the other day by Soulja Boy, and I was listening to One Wish by Ray J. The regular version. Because if you know, you know.
There's another version?
So there's an actual version, and then there's a radio version. The radio version was the one that was pushed the most. Have you ever heard the one where it's like, all I need is a chance to make it? I can't sing, y'all.
I feel like I've heard that.
Okay, so that's like the
But I didn't know that was One Wish.
So,
really?
Yes.
But you do be tapped into SoundCloud a lot, so is that?
I really like. I don't even know. Like, honestly, back in the day, that was one of my favorite songs, and I was just like, I'm really tapped into samples and like listening to also that, but also listening to the extended versions of things, and you know, you never know what you're gonna find out.
So randomly, this is random, and then we can get back to it on topic and stuff like that. Do you remember? It was a Lil Wayne song. I never talk to the cops. I speak pig Latin.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Wasn't the verses switched? Like in the original version, I can't.
What do you mean?
Was it Rich as Fuck? I think it was Rich as Fuck.
Okay, that does sound right.
But I think the verses were switched. Because there's the original version where the verse 2 is verse 1 and then vice versa. But then every time I hear the one that's on DSPs now, it's flipped.
Interesting.
And I don't know if that was like a Mandela effect or if that's really how it was, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was. And then now that you said that about versions, that's the crazy thing.
That's so crazy.
Because you get like music, especially now, like with samples and leaks and stuff like that, like you get the different versions before you even get the one that's originally. It's very rare that you get the same song that you heard that was previewed and sampled and this, that, and the third that you get on DSPs now.
Literally, I remember there was a time when Drake was on Tim Westwood like a long time ago, and he did this freestyle. I don't even know if it was a freestyle now that I'm thinking about it, but he did it, and he ended up using that as an actual verse with him and Wayne, like 12 years later. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Do you remember the song? Because I feel like I do.
It was like, oh my God, I like my women. And what I can think about, like in my head, it's playing, but I
Tell
can't.
Me That You Love It.
No,
that sounds like right in.
It's it's him and Wayne, and he said it's, what is it?
Right above it.
How does the verse kind of go?
I like my chicks in two.
Yes, that's exactly it. So that was one of his verses. One of his Tim Westwood freestyle. Yeah.
Tim Wilson's freestyle.
I don't know if it was like I said. I don't know if it was a freestyle, but yeah. When I heard that, I was literally walking in the mall. I was in the summer. I was coming back from college, and I was walking the Jordan Creek Mall. Kid you not, and it was playing, and I was in my headphones, and I was like, "Fuck out of here!" Like he's making bank off this shit now. I don't blame him though.
Yeah, I mean,
that coin.
It's got to be hard to think of like. So you might have freestyles, or you might have songs that are unreleased yet that you could spit to any type of beat.
Yeah.
But some rappers be really going, and I know that after a while they be like, I think Vince Staples was on a podcast, and he's like, I was getting to the point where I love him too, and he was getting to the point where he's like, man, I'm starting to fuck up songs now because I was running out of stuff to say and stuff to rap about. But speaking of rapping about, what you been up to? Like, what you said you was good, you said you was blessed, but like you didn't really lead into. What have I been
up to? Honestly, I just been chilling. I have a lot of trips planned.
Let's say, Heather, you believe that? She's been chilling?
I have. I just been working, really. And, yeah. It's so crazy. Our trip to Disney, I guess. Oh, yeah. This hoe won a free trip to Disney.
How did you win a free trip?
I won an award for work, and corporate life is taking me to Disney.
Shit. That's
and I am her +1.
That's what's up. That's what Disney World or Disneyland?
Disney World, baby. We doing it big.
So that's Cali?
No. But we did go to Cali together.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Damn, I went to Disney World, and I don't know why I didn't think
I haven't been since I was a child, so I'm really excited. But yeah, I really haven't been doing nothing. Honestly, my life pretty boring. I'm going to Guatemala. First, like, legit only solo trip by myself. And I'm staying in a hostel. So, like, I'm getting the full experience. I stayed in a...
I fuck with you. Don't get kidnapped. No, like I don't even want to put that on wax.
Have that location
but,
on.
Yeah, I mean, knock on wood.
You feel me? But yes. So.
And I like how she says she's just chilling, but she's going to Disney World, Guatemala, Coachella.
No, like all my trips are like literally coming up, and then I'm going to see Usher
in Vegas.
In June. Yes, crazy. One of my really good friends, his friend is head of ticketing.
And then she always
so crazy.
YouTube
it's
land.
just that's God, baby. Like I just be like, what the heck?
Cool. YouTube land, podcast land. Fuck what she talking about. Bax always knows somebody, and she just happens to be related to somebody. And this is why she's called the dopest. Like she just happens to have a whole bunch of shit that just goes her way, and you just be like, yo, what the fuck? And she just casually brings it up too, like, I'll just go on to Usher and stuff like that. Oh, so I got scenario for you both. You guys can't really hear Heather, but. I wish I did plug in another mic, but I was kind of lazy. Are you single?
We are both single. I was gonna say, don't even say nothing, ho. No, I'm not single though. But
you single, but you not single?
I'm not single.
So you got a situation.
Yeah.
Cool. Say y'all both got a situation. Say y'all both go to Usher. Do you feel like, I guess it had to be imaginary, man. So just put a guy that you potentially could be talking to. Put him in this scenario. How do you think your guy would feel if Usher's singing to you? Okay. There is a video of that.
I was going to say, I saw the video. The guy did look salty. Okay, so my man, actually, I don't even.
your man that's
I'm just trying to think how he would react.
Your man that's not
cool.
your man.
I think he would be cool. Because he's a big Usher fan, so I think he'd be cool with it. I would hope so.
And Heather?
If I had a man.
Of course, if you had one.
And this motherfucker was singing to me. I mean, you better be, because if Beyonce singing to you, you better, okay?
You feel me?
Yeah, y'all talking about you better, but y'all better get off this bullshit.
But the thing about it is
'Cause
that,
the way
like,
Usher-
in
hold on.
reality,
Usher was single with private.
what are the chances? I can't even talk because this girl that lived in my house, that was my uncle's friend, she was fucking with Usher. And I know this is so crazy, yes. So when I was living in Atlanta, my uncle had this personal trainer and she was going through hard times and he let her live in the house with me. And so I was living in the house alone with her and she was dating Usher. And this is around the time that all that herpes shit had came out. So I was like, oh shit, this hoe got herpes. But then it turned out that Usher didn't have herpes. And I don't even know why I said all that. But my Usher story, that is my Usher story.
So that's exactly why I don't think I would want my girl to not to get sing to Usher. The way it looked, because he was like, crotch was right in her face. She was mesmerized. She was just looking up like this. Brother man looking to the side like, damn, my girl really gone. And then he was like, relax, bro. It's like, nigga, you Usher, what you mean relax? I would feel some type of way about it. But I would also feel some type of way. I would let her have fun. But then, see, I don't know, because it's the same thing with, like, the Chris Brown lap dance.
Okay, so what I'm going to say, though, now there's Larry June concert coming up, and it's going to be real intimate at Woolies.
What do you say? It's going to be real
Now,
intimate?
if that nigga starts rapping to me, like, hey. Yeah. That's different. I'm going to let y'all know. That
Usher versus like somebody who I like.
Larry June fine. Like, I'm not attracted to Usher.
You're right. Usher ain't doing shit.
So as long
He
as
gonna be in my face saying, yeah.
Usher can sing now. Don't play with Raymond like that.
No, I love me some Usher. That's where I'm going. But I just don't. He doesn't have the sex appeal that he's not making my pussy quiver. When he's singing at 7 o'clock, my pussy don't quiver. It don't. I'm sorry. Nice
What
and
about
slow. Superstar? That is my shit. But that shit still don't make my pussy quiver.
I mean this with the utmost respect for the room. I never even asked this question. What's the songs that make your pussy quiver? Like, is there certain songs?
I got a whole playlist, baby. It literally just has a water drop as the name.
I will say this.
You want me to say some of the songs on it?
I would love to hear them.
Okay, I'm going to start out strong with it. You ready? Yeah. Okay.
The back sounds weird. She's using my mic right now.
Okay. So, starting out strong. We're going to go with Would You Mind by Janet Jackson.
The freak.
This has a whole orgasm at the end of the song. And then she says, I didn't even come yet. Did you? That shit's so hard to me. And I'm telling y'all, turn that shit on. Both of y'all going at it. It's so crazy. I've had the best sex to that song. Yeah, that's a great one.
So, fuck it. We just chilling with backs at this point. But
That's so this is what it looks like.
that is a crazy ass picture.
I know.
What did you Google? Shorty
This is from She's Gotta Have It. That's Nola Darling with one of her little boyfriends.
That nigga look like a gremlin. Like, he look like he eating pussy for food, not for pleasure, sexual design. You look like that shit was crazy. So,
But yes.
you know the song, I think it's SVW, Rain?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But yeah, that's the BV, sorry. I got CTE and stuff like that. I played football. Chill out. But do you guys think that song is about like the girl coming or the guy coming on her face? Because if you listen to it with the guy coming on her face, it still sound like it could go. And then some people put that rain down on me, and then like,
I could
look, we'll play it after the pod, and you'll be like, oh shit, that's kind of different.
I could see that. My favorite like pussy eating song, and I know this is gonna be so random, and I might sound old school like 2008 when I say this, but it's "Put It on My Face" by the Joker. That's my shit. Oh my god. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
I'll play it for you before we leave.
But that's why I'm like podcast land.
Oh,
Reason
that
why
sounds crazy.
podcast land. The reason why I'm so befuddled, like the face I just made, is because like I'm thinking of Joker and how he raps. So I can't see him talk about like eating pussy unless he's doing like a Twister type of thing.
So he has like 2 sexual songs, but that was like the real only sexual song because Backdoor wasn't even really sexual. He did Backdoor with Travis Scott, but that was a good song though.
You know, somebody actually just last week somebody.
Oh yeah, what did I say?
You said Travis Scott.
Oh yeah,
But
it's the weed.
I think somebody just said that he just released a "Do It for Fun" Part 21.
This nigga's on 21. I left on 3.5.
That's fucking funny. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God.
Niggas get bored and it's like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna keep rapping. I mean, shit, it's his best series.
You know what?
He's a good artist.
Tomorrow I'm gonna dedicate my day to listening to all 21 parts.
You know what you sound like? You fucking sound like the niggas that listen to R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet, chapter 37.
I watched all of them. I'm not an R. Kelly fan though anymore. I rebuked that nigga.
Yeah.
But was I tapped in every Sunday like I was tapped into Flavor Flav? Yes, that was like a ritual for me. It was a.
Look at your ritual. That's so wild.
You want
Flavor Flav to R. Kelly. So
I know. And you want to know the even crazier, sickest part is that one time I decided that I wanted to have a bucket of chicken to watch Flavor of Love so that I could eat it with him throughout the show. Every time he would eat the chicken, I was a child, y'all. I was like 9. So I went to KFC, got my bucket of chicken, ate it.
Wait, you said you was 9.
Yeah.
So your parents...
Oh, my parent. Well, yeah.
Well, no. That's not even why I'm bringing it up. I'm saying you went to your parents and was like, yo, I want some chicken. And they was like, cool, thinking that you wanted it for dinner, but she was like, nah, I'm going to wait until Flavor of Love come on.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. So I got me my chicken, and I got, if you know, I got the mashed potatoes and gravy and double potatoes because I got some wedges, but it's okay.
Wedges.
I woke up the next morning, y'all, I had food poisoning.
Yeah.
I didn't eat fried chicken for like 7 years after that.
Probably because he was
Like
eating
real
it, trying to
shit.
match Flavor of Love.
I was so pissed. But then, yeah, I don't know why I gave up fried chicken.
Flavor of Love is like, that was a wild era. That really was.
I was on Instagram the other day, and I saw New York. You remember New York from the show?
Tiffany
Yep.
Pollard.
Tiffany Pollard, the GOAT.
She still looks
The
good.
HBIC.
I think Delicious looks good. Hoops looks good.
Delicious got way too much work done. She looks like a completely different person.
Oh, well, I mean,
But
that ass still fat.
I was like, she still look good, but she looks like a completely different person.
But everybody else, I don't know. Do you remember Shorty that shit on the floor?
Wait, I feel like I vividly do, but like I don't remember what
She was
her
kind of
name
thicker.
was.
And then she like, the worst part about it is like niggas like Flavor was so confused because he's like, yo, what the fuck? And then even the bodyguard was confused. And she was just like, I couldn't hold it. It's just like, son.
Oh my gosh, I might have to go back and rewatch all of those.
I can't watch. You know what's funny too is like I can't watch dating shows like that anymore.
That was definitely a wild show. I
could watch dating shows. Like I could watch all the wild
watch
ones.
Love Is Blind.
That one's weird for me. I don't know. I be wanting to watch it, but I'm like,
Love Is Blind is good though.
I hear it's good. I watched the first season. I pretty much got to the point where they started picking each other.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I kind of fell off on it. Do you think that you could go on something like that?
No, but I told my best friend to get on it. She applied. They didn't pick her though.
When you say best friend, you mean like her?
No,
Oh, you don't mean her?
my black best friend.
Oh, okay.
That's my only white best friend. That's the only white girl in my life besides my sister-in-laws.
I'm with that. I think everybody should have like different races for best
Yes,
friends and
for
stuff like
sure.
that. I be thinking it was weird when like motherfuckers don't.
Yeah.
Because I was asking some people, I was like, who's your best black friend? They like had to.
Had to think.
They did. You ever see? You know,
I don't have to deep dive.
it's nasty when they got to do the double held tit. Well, it was like, oh, what's Dell? And I'm like, all right, nigga, just
Oh my
let it go.
gosh.
Let it go. Let it go. So you said your best friend got denied, but you wouldn't do something like that either?
Well, they never even hit her back. She just put the application in. And that was for this last season.
I got, I guess, past the first stage for Are You the One? Like, they called me.
Really?
And then I like,
Wow.
so she was like talking. She's like, well, tell me about yourself. And I was just like, I'm just a regular dude. Like, I don't know what you're looking for. I guess I wasn't spicy enough or anything like that. But it was cool to get a call. I still have the number in my phone. I actually never called it. I don't know why I saved it now that I think about it. Hindsight.
Ooh, we should call it.
I'll give you the number. I don't know what the fuck, who's going to answer or what's going to answer.
Be like, are you the? I'm in the answer. I'm like, are you the one?
If it'd be like, click. But, so if you did have to pick, I'm kind of freestyling here, y'all. But if you did have to pick a love show to go on, what one would it be?
I would go on Love Is Blind.
Really?
Yeah. Like over like The Bachelor, over Married at First Sight, over like all of those reality like perfect match ones where people like nitpick at each other. I don't like all that. I would definitely go on Love Is Blind because like I don't know.
I feel like I would go on Love Island because at least you get a
I don't
chance.
think I've ever
to,
watched Love Island.
It's pretty good. I recommend UK over regular just because.
Oh, definitely.
UK is like way better. But you get at least couple like depending on when you come in and like how they set it up, you get a couple days to get to know everybody. And if you go in at a certain time, not everybody's established. So you get the chance to have a relationship and you get the chance to chill on the island and stuff like that. Where like other love shows are kind of like you have to, it's still a game and you have to go at a certain time and stuff like that. And Love Is Blind just scares me just because like as shallow as it sounds,
that.
I like looks. I like looks.
I like looks too. But I feel like I can get a gist of how someone looks by kind of how like talking to them. Like get a small gist. Like I feel like I'm not gonna like say yes to a proposal and then walk out and meet someone and be like completely surprised. You feel me? Like
no,
there's gonna be like certain things where I'm gonna be like,
no, I feel like you would be 100% surprised. Like you gonna see him like, oh, this nigga ugly. Damn.
I would actually, the only time that I would really be disappointed if I was talking to someone and I found out that like, actually, I would actually ask that question first. Like if I found out that someone wasn't black or something, like, like imagine like I walk out and it's a white, like imagine if he lied though. I think that'd be real fucked up. Imagine if someone lied to you and was like, yeah, I'm black or something. And
what if he like Logic Black?
Shut the fuck up.
Like he like, yo, I'm black. Like my dad's black.
I'm weak.
But he looked like Logic.
Oh my God. Yeah, no.
It still counts.
I don't know. Yeah, it does count, but you know, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But I would definitely go on Love Is Blind. That'd probably be like the only dating show. Word?
Are they really? Wow. See, but I ain't got shit.
Say less. Hey Siri, set a reminder to sign up for Love Is Blind tomorrow.
Yo, she's crazy. But I think that's like my problem is like I don't know. I think I would be good at the conversating parts, but just like even like in real life with the dating apps, right? Like there's a lot of shit I just don't give a fuck about. Like I do have like some religious beliefs, politics, but I don't rep this shit like a gang. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't dying for this shit. Like I'm more like how's the person, how's the individual?
Yeah.
And then also as shallow as it sounds, like I got a great family, and I feel like if my girl or whoever I try to talk to has a great family, that's a bonus. But at the same time, nigga, I don't give a fuck about your family. Like if we good, what is there to, you know what I mean?
Literally.
But yeah, I don't know. Because I would like to go on Love Is Blind, but then if I know how I am, because if I see someone and they decent, like I'm like, ooh,
You gonna get an Irina? You probably don't even know what that is, but yeah, she looked like, you remember Beans from Even Stevens?
You know, Beans is a dude, right?
I know. No. So this girl, like, she was the villain of the whole show, but meanwhile, she looked like Beans. So she had no reason to be the villain.
That's tough.
Very tough. And now she on the internet apologizing because people roasting her.
Was she like, how bad was she? Was she one of those people that like, oh, you need to be this tall, you need to be this, you need to be
She
da-da-da-da?
said that the guy that she matched with looked like a cartoon character when she met him. It was literally the most cringe-worthy meetup that I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that's them right there.
I don't feel like she should be saying that. Like, she not.
She looked like a cartoon character too.
I ain't gonna lie. She just looked like she has a lot of space in her face. Like,
He said she has a lot of space in her face.
like it almost like they zoomed in on her face, but the face was just like all this.
She had a lot of space.
I don't know how to describe it. YouTube, but yeah.
I've never heard that one.
Okay,
gotta
I need
use
to ask
that.
the room something wild to go back to the sex conversation. Only just because I just heard it on the podcast.
Go ahead. What's up?
What is the wildest thing you thought about during sex?
The wildest thing I thought about during sex was another man.
Like,
The way you just looked at me.
okay, time out.
That is the craziest thing.
Is that though?
Because I'm like, damn, I wish so-and-so was fucking me instead.
Yeah, but you're still getting fucked.
Not properly.
Oh my.
Drops mic.
The not properly is hilarious. I was thinking more so along the lines like of like
I'm already knowing. I know you
random
weren't thinking.
shit. But that's funny.
I've thought about a burger. I've thought about them duck tacos. Like I think about food during sex.
But you're a foodie though.
I know. I'm always hungry. But
So I don't even know if that would be that bad.
yeah.
For
so
me,
yeah,
like, I'm
probably
just
the
thinking-
wildest thing is probably me thinking of another man. I'm trying to think.
What about you?
I ain't got shit. I mean, like, nothing interesting. Maybe, like, can my daughter hear me?
Facts, like, can my neighbors hear me? Like,
That is kind of interesting to say. If
like,
can my daughter hear me? That's fucking funny. I hope so. So I guess like I never really had a wild thought. I did something wild, and what I did was I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna expose myself. It is my podcast, my platform.
Expose myself.
Shout out to Tyler. He would probably say some wild shit too. What I had did was I don't like how you turn and rotate your body. Look at right. So what I had did was I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really got no game, but one of my game and one of my moves is if like I'm chilling with a shorty and she like, oh, you can pick what we watch. Picking sports. No women don't like sports. So eventually we're gonna chalk, cut it up. I might feel on something, might lead to something. So, you know what I'm saying? We did what we was doing. And then like she and doggy. I'm doing my thing. And what I had turned on was ESPN 30 for 30, the Reggie Miller versus the Spike Lee joint. So hold on. So what I did was, you know, when Reggie Miller is talking shit to Spike, he's like, this is your reason, this is your fault. He did the choke. When he did the choke with the two hands, I'm over here just doing that. I'm like, because I'm in the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy. And then obviously me trying to act like I'm choking myself out like Reggie Miller did, like the whole, like, I fucked up my rhythm. So she's like, what you doing? I was hot. None. That's by far the wildest shit. I haven't really thought of nothing.
I was going to say, I have a story along those lines, though. Me and this guy, he's a Capricorn, too. He's born like a few days after me, and we're like a lot of like. And he was my little fuck buddy for a little bit. And we're very like in tune to the same things. So like when we would hang out, like we'd watch Shark Tank and shit like that, like informative shit. So there was a night, I'm not even gonna hold you, I was drunk as fuck and we got super high and we were watching Shark Tank. So he initiated like sex and like started like feeling on like my leg and shit. And I was like, oh my God. God, he wants to have sex at the wrong time. So anyways, this man was hitting it from the back, but my face was turned towards the TV. And I kid you not, I was like perfect timing because they were about to pick if they were going to take the deal or not. And I needed to know. I needed to know because it was a black man and he was selling ties. I needed to know if he was going to be accepted by the Sharks and he was going to get his money. And I'm so glad. I was about to do the motions. But it was like so just, wow. Like, I think that was a time that I was sitting there like, I really don't want to have sex right now because I want to know what's going on. But yet, he turned me in the right direction. Let me stop.
I mean, if that's not real love, I don't know what is, because like he worked with.
Yeah, I was thinking about Shark Tank.
You know what's crazy too, and I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking of Shark Tales when she said Shark Tank. So I'm like, I was like,
Shark Tales. Oh my gosh!
I was like, y'all was going crazy to the Will Smith
fish
movie?
with Will Smith's voice. I hope I'm not thinking about that during intercourse.
At first, I was like, damn. Like, I was like, how was it infinitive? Did they make a?
Oh my god!
Like, did they make a second season or something?
No, but Mark Cuban was talking, and his voice is kind of cool. Let me chill.
Wow. I definitely thought. I'm trying to think of like more wild thoughts. Not necessarily nothing too wild. Like
Wild thoughts.
it was usually I go in spurts. Like I've gone on multiple year.
What was the crazy thing you did for pussy?
Let me think of that while I say it. But
I'm kidding.
I went on multiple like years of abstinence of not like having sex or doing a deed. So anytime that I do have sex, my first thought is like, especially because sometimes a girl will go on top, and I'm like sitting there like kind of like, you know how you flinch because you're about to get hit or something like that. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to bust quick or something like that, and I don't bust. I'm like, damn, I wonder if she think I'm a liar, like because I'm out here lasting. I'm like, yo, shit, we 15 minutes in, and I ain't, yo. I was thinking like, this nigga lied to get the pussy. God damn. I'm like, yo, I'm not lying. It's been a minute. And I surprise myself every time. I definitely be having that thought. The wildest thing I did to get some pussy. I definitely drove some places. Like when I was younger.
I'm the same way. I think we can all say, everyone in this room can say that.
But you know how, oh my God, I really hope my mom or one of my coworkers just told me that they was listening to the podcast. I hope they don't listen to this episode. But
I'm sorry, guys.
I mean, it's Bex. I love it because we could just be wild. I've definitely driven for a hand job before. That was when I was younger though. When I was younger, it was like, she gonna touch it? It's like, let me just see what's up. Fuck it. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
I've done a lot of crazy things for some dick.
I would love to know.
The list goes on.
I would love to know.
Shit, we used to drive to Chicago every weekend in high school for some dick. Climbing through windows, getting the cops called on us, almost going to jail multiple times. Running through cornfields. Bitch. Picking our friends up from the cornfields. Because we got... Y'all, like, I did crazy things for some dick. I have a lot of stories. I was dating this one guy one time, and he was a jealous, like, insecure guy. I ended up breaking up with him, and I started talking to this one guy who he actually, like, looked up to.
That is, wow.
So I did that for the dick.
Saying that out loud.
I mean, all my friends know that story. I ain't even... And if you follow my Finsta, I thank you. Yeah, I was one of his idols.
Don't tell me that. Oh, my God. Yo, you fuck my idol? I don't even want idols no more. I don't want matter of fact, I don't got no peers. I don't respect niggas.
Oh, my God. She was with me when I met the idol. She told me to start talking to him, but I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that you did because I needed to leave that relationship. I needed to leave. We were at Shake Shack, and I broke up with my man. Literally, I can't make this about over a chicken sandwich. With that hoe. In Miami.
I'm learning so much about Bax. Like, I thought Like I knew Bax was wild, but I didn't know how deep.
That was old. That was like 6 years ago. Yeah, that was like old wild Bax. Like just got out of a long situation that I shouldn't even fucking been in, and I was having fun with it. You know, I was out here dating some cool guys though. I will say that.
Okay. Ooh, I got a good question.
What's up?
What is the wildest thing that someone's done for you to get to box?
Ooh.
I
have guys fly. I don't know, like fly to me. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think. Send me money. That's actually a prominent one right there. And he didn't even get the pussy.
Damn, did he get a pic at least or something?
Yeah, he got a picture. He was sending me racks.
How much is racks?
Heather, how much is racks? That man sent me like $30,000. And I can't make this up because the first time he sent me the first 5 racks, I was at her house sitting on her bed smoking some weed.
And you bought some unions.
Bought them Union ones.
Wow.
Resale on StockX like a dummy, but it's okay. I still got my shoes.
That just blows all my
honestly,
stories.
he paid for a lot of this shit.
Yo, if he see this, he gonna be sick as.
No, he's not. He's my ex-boyfriend. So we dated. So crazy. This is the craziest story ever.
Didn't you just say
no.
he didn't get the box?
Huh?
Didn't you just say he didn't get the box?
He didn't get the box. So that's why I'm gonna tell you this is the craziest story ever. I met this guy online on Facebook. He lived in Detroit. Never met. This was literally my senior year. I had a few boyfriends, but he was like,
he was pimping.
Yeah, we were in different cities. I had one in Chicago, one in here, and I had one in Detroit.
Look at the shit that women could get off.
So y'all, no, this is the craziest story ever. Like the craziest story. So I met this guy randomly online. He found me on Facebook. We became friends. We started Skyping and Uvoing, if y'all remember. If you know, you know.
Ooh, this is back in the G.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so then it was just one of those, oh, you're my boyfriend. Oh, it was just one of those things like, oh, we're dating.
Was you this?
But we never
initiating
met.
It?
No, he initiated everything. So we never met
That's
or
your
nothing.
problem. Y'all niggas be tripping.
We never met or nothing, but I was down for him. He was cool. Like we would talk every day. We would see each other on Skype. So it was around the time that it was like time to start applying for colleges. So I'd gotten to SAIC Chicago, which is the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and then I got into Art Institute of Atlanta. So I was going back and forth. My best friend got into the Art Institute of Atlanta, and so we were like, we're going to go down to Atlanta. And my parents have a house, so I was like, we're just going to go live. We're going to go have our college experience or whatever. Sure enough, my boyfriend at the time decides to apply to the Art Institute of Atlanta. Gets in.
Wow.
Our first time meeting was literally first day of school. I can't make this shit up. So I'll say his name because he probably won't see that. I saw him and he literally wasn't. We kicked it for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then I broke it off.
Was it awkward?
It wasn't awkward. It was just like I was in Atlanta. And I had seen so much, and I was in those 3 weeks. I was like, "Oh my God! Like, there's so many fine guys. Like, what? Like, I am not finna be tied down." But then I ended up being tied down for 5 years after that, like a dumbass. That's okay. Neither here nor there. I wasn't tied down actually. I was still pimping, but
Back's going pimp.
I'm just playing. No, he was cheating on me. That's the only reason I was pimping. I was down for my man. But anyways, so the guy that ended up going to college with me, by luck, he was at a different campus though. So we were on the complete different sides of Atlanta. He was on the east side, I was on the north side. So anyways, we broke up and then we lost connection, and then he had hit me up randomly, and then we just kind of kept in touch via like Twitter. Like he followed me on Twitter, and then randomly he hit me up, like asked me for my number, and then sure enough, I was sitting at her crib and sent that Apple Pay. So yeah, he sued a trucking company and got wazoo money out the ass. Like, he's younger than me. He's a year younger than me. Technically, he graduated early though, but yeah. So I had a sugar daddy that was a year younger than me. That's why I'm like, don't count these young niggas out.
No, count this young nigga out. Yeah, you would get $1. Yeah, you would get the same donations that they get in Africa. This St. Jude's, St. John's, all that shit.
The thing about me, I don't know. I'm always keep a man with some money because I need someone to match my energy.
What about heart though? I got heart.
I understand the heart, and I understand like the thing about it is if you show me you got drive and you're willing to get towards your goals, and I'm all for that because trust me, I have been all my relationships. I feel like I've been that person. This is like my first relationship where I feel like I'm not the breadwinner.
Oh, really?
Like literally.
How? If niggas is tricking.
My man's not tricking.
That might be a solid ass dude then.
He is a solid. You know what? He is a solid ass guy.
Shout out to him.
He's a solid ass guy. He is a solid ass guy.
Got the best friend cosign. That man winning.
Yeah.
See, that's hate. That's hate.
No.
That's hate.
Everybody go through shit.
You feel me? He's a great. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Do you feel like you go through shit with your person though?
I feel like yes. I see my parents. They've been married almost 40 years. So I see them, and I've seen them my whole life. So I feel like you can go through things, and people are still your person. It's all about communication and figuring things out. And when you don't have that, I think that's.
But that was
so left.
I don't mean this in a rude way. Wasn't that your father's second relationship?
Yeah, but it was.
Oh, I remember that from the last
It was.
time.
So
Ooh.
yeah, so my dad was definitely married. So my dad played in the league, and he was married young, and had 2 sons with his first wife. But my dad was a single father.
Oh wow!
So my dad raised both of my older brothers by himself.
Wow.
Here in Iowa.
Because then that's when he.
She
moved
was in
to
California. Angel. Yeah. So yeah. So my dad was a single father my brother's entire life. But both my older brother's entire life. Then I have another brother we had the same mom. So yeah.
I like, because like in my head, at least how I view relationships, obviously I'm the single nigga that, like, of course, like, oh, you single, shut up, nigga. But I like to think that, like, if I really found my person, that, like, I'm not saying we won't have disagreements, but it will never get to a point of where I feel like we're at an impasse.
Yes.
Because I feel like the person I want to be with and the person how I want to carry myself, or vice versa, that we should be able to talk to anything. And, like,
yeah.
I still subscribe to the, like, don't go to bed angry just because life is short. But the older I'm getting, the crankier I'm getting. So I kind of understand, like, no, you do need some space and some time to, like, come back to have a better conversation versus trying to still argue now.
With all those emotions and all that.
And then some people shut down and some people don't want to talk and stuff like that.
That's exactly what I'm going through right now.
Ooh, what sign is
well,
he?
not me. He's shut down, but yeah.
What sign is he?
He's a Libra, and I'm a Capricorn.
I fought with Libras because I got 2 close ones. Obviously, Tyler. Shout out to Tyler. But
one of my old best friends, he was a Libra. And that's the only Libra that's ever been in my life besides my boyfriend. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Them niggas different.
They are, and they're very emotional. Very, very emotional. But they will definitely, like, shut down quick. And they will shut you out fast. But they're very interesting. I didn't know Tyler was a Libra.
You just said it. Tyler the Libra.
Oh, that is his name, isn't it?
Well, that's like... Because, like, one thing about, like, Libras, and I'm just talking about in general, too. I don't want to just seem like I'm bashing Tyler, but they'll tell you the game plan. And be like, okay, I'll follow the game plan. Like, no, it's like they'll explain a game to you or explain, like, the rules. You're like, okay, that's the rules, so I can't stop here, right? And then you like, all right, so I go over here. Like, why'd you over here? Like, because you told me I couldn't stop here. It's like, no, but you can't go over here. I was like, well, nigga, you never said nothing about over here. You just told me not to go here. And like, that's what I'm noticing about Libras is like y'all niggas, like, just tell me what you want, and then I can operate that way. But
Thank you.
If you don't tell me what you want, I cannot go off of what I don't know. Like, I'm only trying to blend with you. Like, because I got a homegirl that's a Libra too, and
I've never met a girl Libra. I don't know any girl Libras. Oh yeah, actually my niece. I mean, but she young, so I don't really.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
With that. Oh, I guess I've been seeing on IG. They said, "What created you?" So.
What created you?
Yeah. Obviously, your mom and dad, but like, what are their signs?
My mom is. She's Raptor Aquarius, so she's a Pisces. She's on the cusp, though. She's February 24th. And then my dad is a freaking Scorpio.
She didn't have to say it like that.
Like,
She did not have to say it like that.
No, because Scorpios are the worst. You're a Scorpio.
You knew this. So I was like, why did she keep saying it like that?
Because I've had all bad encounters with Scorpios. My side boyfriend in college was a fucking Scorpio.
Side boyfriend.
And then my craziest boyfriend I ever had was a fucking Scorpio. So yeah.
But last time you said that I wasn't that crazy, so.
No, you're not. You're a very chill, calm person. But I also haven't crossed you.
Internally, I guess.
Like.
But I'm not even like the type of person that like seeks revenge. My revenge would basically be like if I'm up, yeah, I'd be flexing. But like it's more of a like if I know I couldn't go to you about certain things, then I'm never going to you again type of cross, I guess.
That's understandable though.
I would say what created me, I think my dad's November 30th, so that's a Sagittarius? No. Right?
Yeah, that's the cusp. Yeah, that's right when Sag season starts because I was almost a Sag.
Yeah, so my dad's a Sagittarius, and then my mom's a Cancer.
Okay.
I think because June 3rd is Cancer, right?
Sagittarius, Cancer. Didn't Tyree sing that shit? And Signs of Lovemaking. Oh my god.
I think Roscoe Dash can.
Roscoe
Lloyd
Dash
got the best zodiac sign. That song's fire.
Man, Roscoe Dash was that guy. He still is.
What created you, Heather?
My mom is an Aries and my dad is a Cancer.
What are you?
I'm a
Virgo.
Virgo. And I'm raising a Scorpio.
How y'all say it like y'all say it like it's
Because
the
y'all are Sour Pouch babies. What the hell?
very sweet.
No, y'all
Yeah.
sour for real.
Oh my god, it's not even like we sour because everybody keep telling us we fucking sour. So it's like we might as well show
Y'all
you it.
weird.
Y'all are just intense. Y'all have intense emotions.
And y'all let that shit be known. And I ain't got time for that.
But I think that's what
Let me stop.
I think that's what people want though, in a way.
But y'all are too intense. Y'all are too intense and passionate about that shit to where the point it's scary.
It's how you emote back.
That should be so scary.
I mean,
Do you want any water or anything? I meant to ask you.
oh, I'm all right for now. But I mean, I don't know. It just depends because it's like kind of like me. Like I do care, but like I said, if you show me you don't want me to care, then okay, I won't care. But it's just like
I'm the same way.
because I guess I do agree because I was that friend.
You went from 0 to 100. That's Scorpio shit.
When did I go 100?
If I care, then I care.
Oh.
If I don't care, then I don't give a fuck.
Well, because like I was the friend that like if a friend said they wanted to lose weight or some shit like that, I was like, all right, I'm with you, bro. When we in the gym, we doing this, so I'm checking in with you every day because I'm trying to show you that I care. But the moment you like, man, fuck that shit. All right, fuck it then. But I'm still riding either way, so it's not like I don't care, but it just really.
It's all or nothing. 0 to 100. 0 or 100.
I don't know. I'm just tired of this Scorpio slander sometimes.
I'm sorry.
Because it'd be like, y'all ain't shit. Every time I tell somebody, oh, you a Scorpio? Yeah, you ain't shit. Yep, you crazy as hell. It's fuck good, though. I was like, all right, nigga, what the fuck?
I mean, that is very true.
I only get you so far.
Best dick has been from a Scorpio. What? Oh my god, and they choked me, both of them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Bex likes butt stuff. Which
Did
is
you
cool.
just say I like butt stuff?
Yeah.
I just said they choked me. I mean, I do like butt stuff too. Stick it in my booty.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I just feel like that's something you have to plan for, and like that's a Sunday night activity.
Oh gosh!
That's not a Tuesday night, not a Thursday night. Like you really got to plan for that shit.
I'm not even gonna hold you. The first time I did it was probably on a Tuesday night.
If I could get up and just walk around, I would. That's crazy. That's funny though.
Oh God! And I was like, I'm not gonna talk about it. But it was just interesting because I was just talking about the person that I did it with right before you came, and we were talking about these guys. Oh God, I might need to run that back. Just kidding.
Is that alarming if a guy is like adamant about like butt stuff?
Okay, so I will say this. So I met this guy the first day of college. And no. This is the guy that I wish that I would have been with, but he was playing with me. We just became really good friends. But then I decided to fuck his guy, his best friend, which ended up being my side boyfriend for all these years. But anyway, that's neither near nor there. But
right. Why did we even bring it up?
So I met this guy. He was sitting behind me in math class, and I commented on he was wearing the green bean 5s. No, this was 2011. This nigga's wearing green bean 5s, and the kid robot with the BBC with the nudies, like this nigga was my type.
That nigga fresh.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, oh. So then we just became really cool, and I ended up like nothing happened to that. Fast forward to 10 years, we started fucking like 2 years ago, and then he becomes my man, and. Yeah, but he was very adamant about butt things. He really only preferred to fuck me in the ass. He preferred to fuck me in the ass. And it would get him very hard. And I will say this, that's the only African guy I ever dated. He was Nigerian. He was a Nigerian African. He was born in Brooklyn. He was raised in Brooklyn. But yeah, that was an interesting guy, but he only wanted to do butt stuff. And I left him because it didn't serve me.
Probably would be bad for your health. Like, word to Ice Cube.
Like, he only wanted to fuck me in the ass. That's the only person.
He was like, no poom poom.
At all. And it was so crazy. He didn't even, now that I think about it, like, did he? Actually, he did eat my ass. He ate my ass a few times, but he just preferred to just fuck me in the ass. I don't know what it was. I don't know what the kink was now that I think about it. And maybe I need to deep dive because I need to know more.
I don't know. I'm not.
It felt good though, to a certain extent. Other times I was like, "Can you just fuck me in my pussy?" Like,
it's never been presented, but I've also never asked. I never even stuck my thumb in one. But
I've had a few guys stick their thumb in, but the first time that it happened, I was like, I sounded like the fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. I was not expecting that shit. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? Oh my God.
That's funny.
That
like,
shit was so crazy.
My fingers are like long as shit. I just never had
it would probably feel good.
I've never had a desire to do it. Like I don't even know how to do. Like, is it more
that
of a,
shit?
Like,
so
is
like,
it more of a hit? You hit the button like in the
it's
elevator,
more like
or
you
is
feeling on her booty and then you just slide it in there. Like, yeah, like you hitting it from the back and you slide your hand on your ass and you just stick it in there while you hitting it. Yeah, that shit hit differently.
Oh my God. Bags would be sick with a dick. It's just oh my gosh.
do that shit.
That was weird.
I'm having sex flashbacks and shit. Your girl been celibate for 7 months. Like, goddamn.
No, them flashbacks hit different.
Oh, God. It hits very
Y'all ever do the shake?
What's that?
Just like a little quick body shake. Like
You're funny, yes.
I'll be doing that when I have I'll fuck around have a flashback at work. I'll just be walking.
God.
And then. Oh, but the wildest thing that
sex flashback.
To end the horny pod or horny hour, but the wildest thing a girl had did for me, because the girls don't be tricking, because like I'm decent looking, but I ain't $30,000 looking.
He said I ain't 30,000.
So there was a girl at the time, I didn't know she was a hoe, and like she was known for giving that top, you know what I'm saying, whatever have you, and she was really trying to mess with me. For some reason, I was on my purpose. This is in high school where you're like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Drugs are bad. Fuck everything. I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Grind mode, basketball, balls life. Because I'm 5'7", thinking I'm about to go to the NBA. But I was kind of like, so I ended up being cool with Shorty because I was nice. Like, she was rocking with one of the team. What the fuck is about to happen? But she was rocking with Shorty, or one of the homies on the basketball team. So then I guess they had their falling out or whatever. But she remembered me being so nice and sweet, and she thought I was cute. And then, like, because I had the low fade, so I was like, that was kind of cute. And she was like, she kept calling me, and she was like, wanting to hang out. And I was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm chilling. Unbeknownst to me, one of the homies gave her my address. And she was like, I'm on my way to come pick you up. And I think I was chilling with Tyler at the time. I'm like, yes, no, what the fuck? And I was like, I'm sick. And so I'm like coughing on the phone and doing all this goofy shit. And she goes, is your dick sick? I was like, you know what?
Energy.
I gave it up. We dropped Tyler off. And what's crazy too is she parked on the, so like, you know how like each road has like a parking way, like the cars should be on the right side of the road or whatever. Yeah. We was definitely on the opposite, and she was just parked, topping me off. I ain't gonna lie, it was the best top I ever got. She was good at her job. She did her thing.
She was good at her job.
It was the best I ever received, but I was just like, damn, you a demon for real. Like, you said the most positive.
She gave you the got 3,000, huh?
That was the first time. Can I be honest? Can I be vulnerable?
Well, yes, but I will say something after this too, because a lot of girls just don't be giving head nowadays. Well, and a lot of girls don't know how to do it. They'll just be like, okay, I'm done. I licked it.
That part, because like,
girl, if you don't deep throat that shit,
like I don't got the craziest tool in the shed, but like I can make a motherfucker go dark. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could blind somebody. And a lot of girls just be going like halfway.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I still got this whole other half of my dick. Like, you just not going.
The thing about guys though is that regardless if you suck and he comes, the nigga gonna come again. So like, the thing about me is that I will suck until you come, and then you just stick it in me, and then you come again.
I feel like that's how you know you need to stop.
Or you can. Why?
Like, stop sucking me, then we can fuck.
Oh, well, yeah, that's another option too, but.
See, but my problem is like I said, I be going on some celibate runs. Like, I'm probably in the Hall of Fame. Like, I've went like 7 years without having sex in between. So when I do get some head, it's a lot. Like, I can almost drown you. Like, I'm like, yo, like, cause like the last
literally
time,
for a marijuana charge.
The last time that I the fact that you know it's a weed charge is funny. The last time I did it, I shot 4 times. Like, it was like 1, 2.
Yeah, I'm like, guys gonna.
And I felt so guilty.
Shooters gonna shoot.
It was like Curry. I was like, damn.
He said I was like Steph Curry.
And she swallowed it all like a champ. I was like, salute. But I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, yo. And I ain't gonna lie, she caught me when my power level was low, though. Because it was like, I was being celibate. And then I started No Nut November because I was like, well, shit, I ain't getting no ass anyway. Let me just focus on my purpose and all that. And then, man, Yeah, but a lot of girls they don't be going crazy on it. Like it'd be
cool. Yeah, I'm glad that you found some girls that do be going crazy because I have heard a lot of these girls out here just they lazy. These young girls lazy.
But it'd be energy though, 'cause it's like I don't mind asking for head. It always feels awkward.
Do you prefer? What do you prefer? Like, do you prefer head versus actually getting the pussy? I guess, or does it just depend on the person? I guess.
As I'm getting older, it's like either or. When I was younger,
yeah,
it was head, but that was because like I'm more of a like I don't think I could do one night stands. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I was just talking about that.
I don't give a fuck how bad you are. Like I gotta at least know the person a little bit. Like I gotta vibe with you because also like if we fuck and then it's awkward afterwards, I'll like
literally
I'll be like get out or something. Like I would want to leave or something. Like
I'm the type of person to fall in love after the dick, so it's more so like. And I'm like I can't stop it. So that's why I for men because I was catching feelings.
But see, like I feel like the way I position my dick now.
Position my dick.
Like I'm like a Pokemon. Like we can level
he
up
said
together.
I'm a Pokemon.
Because like that's what I'm saying. Like
oh gosh,
like, it took me kissing someone.
Yes.
And I always thought that a good kisser was just because of what they did. Mm-hmm. But after like kissing a few other people, like it made me realize like no, it just depends on how that person kissed.
Yeah.
Because you could have a sloppy, nasty looking kiss, like it'd be a bad kiss on TV or something like that. But if that's how y'all kiss, that's how y'all kiss. So that's technically a good kiss. So once I started learning that, I was like, all right, like if I could do what I could do to get this girl off, then so be it. So like, how do you want this dick? Like, what do you want me to do in order to do that? And like, once I started opening up my mind to do that, because like I'm thinking that like the same stroke will make everybody nut. No, that's not necessarily the case, brother. Like once you start like looking at situations from person to person, it kind of helped me enhance of like what I want to do. But I'm more, I guess to go to your point of like the head of the pussy, like I'm more of the setup. Like I'm more of the not even that, like it's more of a
go ahead.
Like real quick, how you set it up, and how if I know I got the green light or not, I'm a completely different nigga. Like if we don't establish anything, and cause I'm super respectful and stuff like that, I will be like the girl at the edge of the bed that just sits there like this. Like we can just talk all the freaky shit. I'm just gonna respect you and stuff like that. But like if you come on the gate like yo. As soon as you come in the door, you better be ready to get drained or some shit like that. You say some shit like that. Oh, nigga. I'm coming in like that, nigga. Like, I'm coming in with the cologne on. I'm grabbing you by your neck, kissing you, all that shit. Tuck you down. Like, I'm with it. Like, it depends how you set up. Because, like, a lot of girls don't be setting it up. Like, they just be like, like I be feeling like a fucking dweeb when can I get some weed?
Yeah. I was just talking about.
Yeah. Like,
we were just talking about initiating, like, things. And like how women feel like the guys should always initiate, whether it's sex or just any type of sexual thing. I feel like girls do not initiate that shit.
They don't.
I mean, I do too. But I remember I said it the other day, and I had a whole bunch of guys be like, I agree, like girls don't initiate that shit. Because you did. Jackie had said that shit because she's like, you don't fuck me or we don't have sex. Bitch, why don't you hop on that dick then? Whip that dick out and put that shit all the way down your throat. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. And a man is always gonna be down to get the pussy. Get the head. He's gonna always be down.
I was listening to a podcast,
like,
and then like it was pretty much like I guess like they were cuddling, and then like the girl pretty much started unbuckling the dude's pants, and he was like, "Oh shit, all right." And then like the way that they described it is like we don't acknowledge that oh shit, all right is consent. Like
oh my god,
oh shit, all right, oh, do you then go crazy like that is consent. And it was kind of spitting because anytime that I had that, I was like, oh, shit. But I was kind of like, I always had an inkling. It was never like, I guess it never was initiated. That's why, like, because like I've talked myself out of pussy way more times than not.
Yeah.
But I also treat it as like respecting. Like I
was gonna say I talk myself a dick. Yeah.
Like, because I'd be like, yo, coming over, we kicking it. But do you want me to bring condom? If you don't, that's fine. I'm not saying like I have to get some or nothing like that, but I don't want to be without it. Because way motherfuckers be making like sex with no condom sound like I ain't gonna pull out. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't want that problem. So that's why I'm like, yo, communicate with me. Let me know what it is and what it isn't. Like, what are you expecting? Like, because I'm like, the first couple of times I'm super respectful, but then as soon as I know it's green lit,
yeah,
I'm trying to go crazy.
Nah, facts.
But
You're
that,
funny.
I mean, that's the hard part. Because, like, I initiated it more. Like, I feel like...
I think it would be more 50-50 and it'd be fair on both parts. Because I feel like a lot of women, they also complain about their needs and how they're not getting what they want. But it's more so like, if you initiate this shit and you take control of the situation, bitch, you gonna get your nut off. Trust me.
I feel like that's another thing. A lot of women don't know their bodies.
I think that definitely comes down to it as well too.
I mean, also, like,
sure.
I think guys...
I think people just as a whole just don't know.
Yeah, I think guys are bad at, like...
And I think that we think that certain things are going to make us want to do that, because I feel like, I don't know, social media definitely has a foreplay in that shit. But I don't know.
Because it'd just be like if a girl was on top, because I do like a girl riding. If you choke me, like, I might...
But that's why I said...
Like, don't just put your... Hey, motherfucker, I ain't gonna like that. Like, pineapples, bitch, hold on. What you doing?
Me and my ex, we like that shit. But I've never choked anyone else besides that, because I don't even like it anymore. Well, I like it to a certain extent, but just put your hand right there. Don't put any tension. Just put your hand on it. Don't put no tension on it.
I had to learn that.
But I used to like the tension. Trust me, that shit used to get me off. I loved that tension because I like toxic shit. Yeah, I like toxic shit, and I was used to shit like that. So it was more so like that shit turned me on. Nowadays, fuck no. Fuckity fuck no.
You know, one thing, I guess it comes with, because I'm still inexperienced. Like, I'm still under, like, 5. But,
that's not being unexperienced.
Well, 5 times.
I know, I don't think that's being unexperienced, though.
That's not a lot of, like, times?
I know, I'm just saying that, like, do you feel like those times are substantial?
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel like they were worthwhile? Like, you got something out of it? Like, it felt good? You don't, like, feel like you didn't get what you... Exactly. You don't feel like you didn't get what you wanted.
The first one I did, because I kind of rushed it, because it was, like, more of a horny moment, to where you get that post-nut clarity, and you're like, oh, damn, I was wilding. But the second one, she was like, yo, come through, and I was like, shit. But she was matching that energy, so I wanted to do it. And then, like, the other 3 times, or 2 times, 3 times, I wanted to do it too. So it was like once I had, like, I guess, that green lit, and then, like, the vibe was there.
Yeah.
I felt like I wanted to do it. The first one was kind of awkward, because it was kind of in my face, and I was just like, I took it, but I was like, I didn't feel right about that.
I feel that. You sound like my boyfriend, he'll say the same thing. He's unexperienced. He said that shit before he met me. Like, I'm the second girl he's had sex with. Literally, I'm the first person he's ever given head to. So, like,
damn.
I'm a person that, like, I've had sex a lot. Like, I'm a very sexual person. And so us coming together, it's completely different, because we're both trying to figure out each other. We were, but it's just like, it's a very, I don't know. I've never dealt with someone like this, but I'm appreciating it because I can teach them how to love me and make love to me perfectly, because they've never because they don't know, they've never been around anyone else's like body or anything like that. So that's perfect. So like that's why I said you're not unexperienced. Like you're a rare fucking breed. Like stay who the fuck you are. I promise you, because someone is going to. Boy,
It'd be hard to,
take that.
I'm like a Scorpio because I'd be wanting to fuck.
But that's the thing.
Cause like,
but I got to the point. You said that you're about to turn 30
next year.
Next year. So I got to the point to where I prefer intimacy over sex. And if that, I guess I can explain that. So I like just being around somebody, and I like foreplay more than sex. Like I prefer that. Honestly, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I'm not to the point where I don't need to have a fucking dick in my vagina all the fucking time for me to. I don't know, and it's so crazy to even think about that. Like, I don't know.
One thing I have been like craving is like I do like cuddling.
And that's my shit. Like cuddling and the touchy feely like.
But like one thing I really want to crave, and I guess like when I get a place, but like kind of like if I had a girl and she was like right here, like where you're at, like she doing her own thing, I'm doing my own thing. Like we're near each other, like that presence is there, but we're not necessarily like have to cuddle or touch, and we just vibing. Like
exactly.
Cool. She ain't got no ADHD, she ain't no hyper bitch. So we just vibing, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling. She might have a drink, I might have some water or something like that. We just vibing, chilling right next to each other. Or like my head is in your lap, but we just cooling. Like we just watch the TV, nothing going on, no care in the world. It's just us. Because that's why I appreciate like a lot of my dates. I had to get innovative because I was bored, but like,
hey, that's okay.
To me, I've always liked. Like something as simple as sitting in the car, like nice.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, that's one of my favorite dates. That hers too.
Yeah, because it's like
shit. We do that shit together.
Shit, that's how like me and Tyler used to go riding around, and one of us would drive, and the other one would just chill in the car, and we just chill and talk. That's how the podcast came to be, because like it's something about just wanting to talk to that person. Like I hate when like I want to go on a date with someone, and like. They want to go to a bar or something like that. It's like, motherfucker, I can't even hear you.
Especially a bar that's like not...
Like an actual bar, like downtown
like
or some shit.
you can go... No, I don't even go to those. But it's just more so like people want to go to those things. And it's just like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I am perfectly good. Mm-hmm. Go by yourself. But I feel you on that.
But, because they said something about intimacy being... basically what a person knows about you that no one else in the world knows you. Because a lot of people tend to go with that, like, oh, it's the soft touching, the cuddling, this and that. And it was like, I don't know if that's intimate. Like there's an act, but that's not necessarily.
Yeah, but I also feel like me being intimate with people get different intimacy levels of me.
True.
I don't know.
But I also feel like that's why you need certain levels, because like
yeah, for sure, to balance it out, definitely.
Like when the whole Andrew Wiggins situation was a rumor and spread around, I also felt like that's fucked up, because I feel like, at least for me, like in a perfect world, like you would want to have it to where like you got your best friends you could go to and talk to about shit, you got your therapist you could go to and talk to you about shit, you go to your parents, and then your significant other, because all four of them you could probably go to with a lot of the same problems, but all four of them will have each and different things that you cannot go to the other three about. And that's why I feel like it's so fucked up when you see someone like date someone's best friend behind their back or whatever, because it'd be like, yo, like, motherfucker, you was the person, and now you here over here, and like, yeah, you did that, and love is love, so eventually you're gonna find somebody that's like, you did that to me, nigga, like, what?
Yeah, that happened to me, but yeah.
That should be tough.
It's so crazy how people do shiesty. That's cool though. I keep it pushing.
Super.
I just tried to do the game.
I don't know. I'll let your flashlights on. I thought the feds, you see.
He said, Fez better not fucking be here.
But, yeah, speaking of Shiesty, did you see that Marques Houston thing?
About his wife?
Yeah.
Being young and he groomed her and all that shit. Yeah, I saw that. But you have to. Well, he was groomed by Raz B.
Damn.
I feel like all of B2K was not Raz. I said Raz B. Sorry, he was in B2K. They were by the person that was their manager or whatever. I forgot what his name was. But anyways, yeah, I feel like he's definitely sexually abused most of them. And not saying that like I'm not saying like that's okay, but just saying that like it's a sick ass world out here.
Yeah, because that situation is like super like sus in the sense of like he met her when he was 36 and she was 17. I didn't talk to her. I didn't interact with her. I didn't do nothing with her until she was of age. But then,
no, they were fucking.
Even when she becomes of age, within a year, you get married to her. And on top of that,
now she pregnant. Like she all got kids.
And not to mention, he's kind of like, excuse me, sorry, but he's basically trying to say along the lines of like, oh, she loves God like I do, and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, she could have just been hitting a stain too, nigga. Like, if we being honest, like.
Right.
She could have. There's a world where she does not know any better, and she got groomed, and she got coerced into doing all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like she's old enough to know whether she wants to accept that lifestyle or not. Too.
Yeah.
So there's a chance she could have played him too. I think it is kind of gross and alarming, but as far as appearances go, I think that's the crazy part. Is like you would think she does look relatively older.
Yeah.
Like, they do look like a good couple, even though it's kind of nasty how they got started and all that stuff.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of those out here.
That's the scary part about dudes, because I feel nasty.
Guys will fuck anything, and honestly, they are not even checking. And I think that's the crazy thing. They don't even check for like age or nothing.
I'd be feeling weird if I talk to someone that's like 3-4 years younger than me.
I was gonna say, if I talk to someone who's 27, I'm feeling weird. I feel like a cougar. I'm a cougar.
I'd be feeling like an old nigga, especially since I ain't got a lot of shit that I want to have and to wear. Because I feel like no one's really gonna bat an eye if you are older and you carry yourself well and you're in a situation. But the fact that I'd be fucked up sometimes, I'd be like, nigga.
Oh my gosh.
You weren't even in the
honestly,
prize.
I feel like we all be fucked up. It's just about how we come back from them situations.
True. That'd be the hardest part because life does not stop.
Facts.
Yeah, I think Marques Houston is weird, but at the same time, he's already married and already have a kid. It's like, it's nothing niggas could do now. You can't
I was going to
cancel
say, and honestly, it's say fuck it, like fuck it. I'm going to listen to Sex With You. It is what it is.
on the playlist.
Yeah, it is. Sex With You is like... That's one of my songs. That's my shit, boy. And Naked. Oh, that Naked remix with fucking Mike Jones. Crazy.
Not to mention, he spells his name like weird and stuff like that. And then like when I looked it up on Spotify, the nigga had a song with Joe Budden. I was like, that was not who I had on my bingo board.
I really thought that him and Mario were like real brothers in real life. They're not.
They definitely look like they could be related or something. Like
I was like, this whole time I was like, they are brothers, but they're not. It's okay.
So did you see the thing about Ashton Kutcher and Amelia Nunes?
No, but he's from here, so.
I was home. I heard they take baths, some weird shit like that.
Yeah, they don't wash themselves.
Yeah, that was weird. Y'all need to wash your ass.
Literally.
So that's not why I brought them up, but I brought them up because they have 2 kids, and they said that their kids are not getting a single dime of their net worth of $275 million.
Why does that matter? Are their kids taken care of?
Yeah, but when they die, they're not getting.
They're not in the will?
They're giving all their money to charity. How would you feel from both aspects, the parent and then the kid?
Well, as a parent, I would never put my kid in that situation because, especially speaking from their situation as being like celebrities, you don't know what trauma and what your kids have seen, so you don't know how they're going to turn out. And you can't just go to the wolves and not give them the resources, especially if you have the means to give them the resources.
True.
I think that, yeah, that's wrong. As a child, I'd be mad as fuck. But, I mean, they probably can't process it. They're probably young. I don't know how old their kids are, but...
I think one's 8, and then I think that might have been... I think the oldest one might be 10.
Yeah, they're not processing that for real.
But I think that is scary. I think...
It's very scary.
Especially because they said they're going to donate to charity. And I don't want to... I'm not trying to go in the conspiracy bag, but, like, what I think is very alarming is, like, you don't know where that money is going directly.
Yeah.
Because, like, everybody always says they make a big-ass donation and I'm going to donate this to charity and stuff like that, but you don't really see shit move. Granted, the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing shit is expensive because I be just, like, seeing, like, niggas fix cement and I still be, like, a couple racks. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this cement, my nigga? Like, so just buildings and cost and electric, like, all this shit is expensive. That's probably why I don't got nothing. But to sit there and say that you're not going to give any sort of comfortable life that your kids... Because you never know when you're going to go, too. Yeah. So if you don't have a will or nothing lined up to where your kids can establish something, you never know who's going to be shiesty once y'all are gone. So,
exactly.
Like, if
like
you don't
want to give all that money to somebody and these deacons and pastors be out here spending our money that we put into the church on fucking Benzes and mega mansions and dumb shit. Fucking trips to Turks and Caicos on a private jet. But yeah, I'm taking that shit personally. Gosh.
I would leave them some money. Like, maybe if you don't want to leave them all $275 million, sure, but like $10 million or...
I was going to say, especially with what they have, they could leave them kids old. At least put your kids through college. Like... Yeah. At least do that. Because them kids going to fill up them FAFSA papers, and the FAFSA people going to look at the papers like, your parents are who? Like, what the fuck? I ain't giving you no motherfucking money.
Y'all crazy as hell.
Oh
or like, or put in a 401k so that way whenever your kids do work hard enough to get to a point where they can retire, they can have a lump sum of just change.
Yeah.
So they might not have shit while they living, but
start a business and put it in your kids' name. Something, I don't know, something fucking lucrative to do with them kids, because them kids need something. I don't want them to be out here. Well, actually, I was going to say something crazy, but I'm going to keep it to myself. I don't want the people to eat me up.
Because, I mean, like, I guess you do run the risk of your kids not knowing the value of $1 because they're never going to be in the same situation that you was in.
But these kids are being raised.
Yeah.
And imagine you taking that away from these kids out of nowhere.
And especially, I wonder...
These kids be going crazy. Nepotism babies be going crazy.
Well, that's what they were trying not to prevent, is a nepotism baby. But I wonder if, like what their kids are going to be, because the kids are still young. So,
but the thing about it is that you can still have money and not be a nepotism baby.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like, so if you're
like, you can have this money and stuff and still have this name, and your parents cannot put you in these positions. But if your parents are putting you in these positions and constantly giving you the names and constantly putting you in these rooms of all of these things, yes, you're a fucking nepotism baby. Like, I don't know. Just growing up, like, I understand that to a T. I just see, I don't know, I've seen a lot. And these kids be out here fucking wilding. I understand why their parents want to cut them off. But you made these people who they are.
But, like, that's the thing, is, like, they might not even be in a position to where they'll wild out. Like, they could just really be on some, like, yo, I just want to work a 9 to 5 and just call it good. Like, I still can't get access to the money. What the fuck? Exactly.
So I watched this video yesterday of this girl. She was in NYU music production program. And Pharrell just so happened to come to her class specifically. And he listened, and he listened to all of their songs. He listened to hers. he came to critique all of their songs. He listened to hers, and there was literally no flaws. He said, "This is the most beautifully made song, and look, she's out here fucking wild." I forgot what her name was, but she's out here fucking thriving and shit.
That's why I do want to be famous, so I could just do random shit like that.
But then I found out that her parents were famous.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
So then it all came down to, you could have picked anyone else in the other class, but anyways.
Yeah, like Pharrell didn't just come there on a whim. Like, I just bored them and just pull up.
Her dad was probably called like, "Hey, Pharrell, my daughter's in this class. Can you pull up and listen to her thing?"
He was like, "Oh, yeah, she's really
sure.
talented." So, like, yeah, I don't know. If I'm the kid, I am mad in that situation because it's like, damn, y'all could just leave me with something. Like, y'all ain't got to say fuck me. Like, what do you say fuck me for? I just think, y'all the ones brought me in this shit. Fuck. What?
My exact thoughts.
So tell me about that 75 hard. Like, what all did you do? What y'all?
So I didn't drink. I worked out every day.
Twice.
Yes. Well, I did 75. I technically did like 75 soft, but I did work out 2 times a day, like 6 out of the 7 days a week. I was not working out 2 times a day on Mondays.
Because I think you're supposed to practice a skill for an hour too. Did you do that?
So yes. So I just was doing graphic design, and you're supposed to read 10
like
pages a day.
Yep.
So it was, I have all these random books over there. So that's actually my godbrother's book right there, Black Magic. So I read that, finished it actually. And then Black Boy Joy. It was really good. But my mom gave me these books over here. So these are the books that I'm going to take with me to Guatemala. So one is called An American Marriage, and it's about this guy who believe he goes to jail. Yeah, he's incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit, and his girl basically like holds him down and stuff. But anyways, I'm going to read that one, and I'm going to read The Other Black Girl, which is about a girl in New York that works at like this place, and she's the other black girl, or she meets someone who's the other black girl. So yeah, these are the next books that I'm reading. But I read my cousin's book for real, and then I have a book that I just gave to my best friend. What the fuck is that shit called? It's about like healing your trauma and reclaiming your self-worth. I just gave it to Tamar the other day, but yeah, that was the other book that I read, and that was really good. Really good.
So do you feel like you're healing from your trauma?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I went through a lot, and I feel like I'm now at my life to where I am content and happy. Not like fully happy, but I am content and happy where I am at right now.
That's good.
I'm going to get to my full happiness when I move back out of Iowa, but that's neither nor there. Yeah.
Do you feel like Iowa is holding your happiness back, though?
No. It's what is here.
I feel like it could be limited your creativity.
It definitely is, and I'm so ready to freaking move back out of here. Goodness gracious. What's crazy is I was going to renew my lease, and I woke up yesterday morning to these people outside my windows right here cutting down my trees. So I have no more privacy. Literally. So, I was going to renew my lease, which is due on May 1st. But now, I might get into a little tizzy and try to figure out something. Like, I might move. Like, I don't like that. And the ops live next door, so I don't like that. Like, it doesn't sit well with my spirits. But, I was telling my best friend, and I was telling my other best friends that I rented a loft in London for a month at the end of the summer. So I'm going to live in London for a month. And then I'm going to go explore all of Europe and Africa with one of my really good guy friends. And
see, that sounds like a dope life. That just sounds.
And so, yeah, so I'm going to try to figure out where I want to live, because eventually my dream job that I want to do, I was telling her. So I wanted to take this job right when I graduated college. And it was in Copenhagen, Denmark. And it was for this brand called Naked CPH. And I really, really, really wanted to do it. But at the time, I just couldn't. Something was holding me back. And it was probably the guy that I was with. I couldn't let him go. But now I'm at the point to my life to where I want to get up and go. So the job literally just appeared back. So the person quit. The person who that they hired back in 2015 when I graduated college literally quit just now, and they put the job back on the market. So
It's almost like a sign from you.
and that's exactly what I'm saying. So I was telling her, Heather, I was like, yo, I think I'm going to apply, but I need to go out there and visit. So I'm going out there to visit. So we'll see. But I've been in contact with them.
I was going to say, maybe you should contact them. Like, hey, that'd be kind of cool if, like, say, like, hired her would still be there. And, like, kind of, like, remember that, too. And just so you can have that rapport so you can get in the door and, like, have a conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, I definitely think go out there and definitely have a conversation because you want to live the life that you could look back on and be like, yeah, I did everything right.
Yes, exactly. Because there are things that I wish that I did differently, but, like, I just am like, okay, well, just now going forward, like, let's keep that mind state. Like, let's keep doing things with intention. Like,
yeah, because I feel like I kind of got my head above water, but, like, I need to get out of it and just actually start doing some stuff. Because, like, my parents are great. My family and friends are great. Like, everybody's kind of putting me in a position to where I could still kind of be me and be creative and do stuff like this, like a podcast and do whatever I want and try shit. But I really need to hit the ground running and actually do something. Because it's hard. Like, at least not to get all soppy, but, like, I just wake up. I look forward to look at pretty women. I eat food. And then I go home. I just go to work. Look at some beautiful women on Twitter, Instagram. Like, oh, shit, Back's doing some cool shit. And then I just, that'd be my day. And I'm like, I want to live. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this body is a vessel. This body is only here for so long that I still want my spirit and my impact and all these things to matter and, like, to get experiences and see the world. Because I be seeing shit on Instagram, like, damn, that shit beautiful. But, like, when you see it in person, it's just like, whoa. And, yeah, I mean, shout out to all the people because we need everybody. Like, I'm not one of those people that's not, like, oblivious to the janitors and all the hardworking people that some people are stuck in 9-to-5 situations. But I got dope-ass people around me, so I don't got to be stuck. And I refuse to because it's just like...
I feel that.
Like, it's harder to do this. It's harder to be stuck and be in a situation where you don't know what you want to do. And,
yeah, that's true.
So I'm trying to make the shit work. So that's why y'all got to rate the shit 5 stars and
5 stars
and donate and all that stuff. But yeah, that shit is crazy. So did you see the NCAA game, the championship game?
LSU and Iowa. I didn't watch it.
But did you see the aftermath?
I saw the aftermath. I watched like the first quarter, but I went to sleep because I had to sleep. But I heard the aftermath of everything that had happened, and I saw it. Yes. It was crazy.
Opinions on it? Or you want me to bring you up to speed a little bit?
I saw the whole, like, Caitlyn versus Angel thing, and the fans in Iowa were talking shit, and
niggas was showing
so-called being racist. Yeah, I was like, so I didn't physically see it, but I heard that the white folks out here were being real racist, which is Iowa, like, racism. It's a whole thing. Like, the thing about it is that in the Midwest, it's completely different between the South. The South is in your face. In the Midwest, they'll brush that shit under the rug. Like, they'll be cool with you, but they'll still feel that type of way. And exactly, and they'll bring that shit out when they want to. And it's I don't know. Racism in the Midwest is different, bro. I think it's more scary than the racism in the South. I'm not even gonna hold you.
So how would you, like, as far as Midwest goes? I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but, like,
no, you're not.
what I deem to be more racist in the as far as Midwest goes. Obviously, if somebody comes up to me and calls me a nigger, like, all right, that's clearly racist. But, like, I feel like it's more racist for my friends and people that represent me to not check someone when they're being wild and, like, racist. So, like, my white friends, if you around me, we kicking it, and then you get around some, like, other white people and they just being mad flagrant, and you just laughing, kiki, and all that stuff.
Oh, no, I'm not going.
That's where I'm like, that's racist, because it's like, you choose not to be racist, but you allow racism
to happen, exactly. Because you're comfortable with it. at the end of the day.
Or because it'd be like, because prime example is like we'll have white homies, and like they'll say their family's racist. Like, all right, well, you ain't gotta really fuck with your family.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of family members I don't fuck with. Not they not racist. It's just like they're not gonna check in and tap in. That's what I'm saying. Because then it gets put in a position to where like you might not believe anything that they're saying, but eventually that's going to influence you in some sort of way. There might be one thing of where you agree with them on, or you might have a stance on something, and now it comes off as you being racist just because you're surrounded by your influence. 'Cause a lot of people are influenced by a lot of dumb shit. Like, they don't even realize. Like, some people don't even realize they being racist or some shit. And it's just like, nigga, like, you didn't even think about that shit through. Because like, that's where I go to where you like, you might not be racist, but the influence that you are surrounded by could be hella racist, and that's where I'm like, you gotta check this shit at the door.
Exactly.
Because I had somebody. Do I think these people are racist? No. But they had a dog, and I don't want to get too much detail because it starts narrowing it down. But they wanted to name the dog Black, and I'm like, nigga.
At least it wasn't Blackie. I've seen people name their dog Blackie.
But think about it. They wanted to name their dog Black, and I'm like, and mind you, I don't cuss around these people like this, but I was like, nigga, you can't do that. I'm like, well, yeah, we didn't choose to do it, but I was like, oh, I thought it was a good name. And I was like, yeah, I get why y'all thought that, but think about it. I was like, y'all get to the dog part and say, where's my Black? Y'all going crazy.
He said, where's my Black? I'm weak.
And they was like, oh, yeah, well, when you put it like that. I was like, that's the first thought I had, but you know, obviously being a black man in America, like you start thinking about shit like that. And what I hate, to go back to the Caitlyn thing, is like, I love shit talking. Like, I
do too.
Sports. I love competitiveness. I love being able to shit talk and getting in people's face and
that's
all that
what
stuff.
And that's what she said. But she said she was a fan of Angel, so it was like everything about it was more so like people were taking it out of context. But
also, Angel, this ain't the first time she's played against Caitlyn. But a lot of
she
people
played 3
know
years at Maryland.
And then what's crazy too is like, oh, you gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah, go ahead. I'll try to hold it.
I was like, sorry. I was like, I can't hold it anymore.
Well, yeah, you've been killing the fucking wine. Like,
I just held that shit for 45 minutes though, and I was looking at the fucking shit countdown.
yeah, but she kept pouring that motherfucker like that. Like, just to give y'all indication of the wine bottle, like she has an average.
Shut the bottle.
You know what?
No, the bottle. Because it was full before you came.
This is like her third one. That motherfucker, she been pouring. Like, how big this is, she been pouring. And then the bottle. I'm getting influenced. I'm getting secondhand, like, drunk, just looking at her drink all that shit. Did you have any of the bottle?
Of the bottle? No, I don't like red wine. I don't like wine. I'm drunk.
Is there a difference? Like, they actually taste like completely different.
Yeah. A lot of red wine is like dry. A lot of the time, unless you get a sweet wine. White or white wine is mostly all sweet. And so you get like the random dry.
So out of like wine and champagne, which one do you like more? Wine. Never had wine, but I'm sleepy, so I really don't think I should drink that. But I mean, it's something I want to try eventually. But one of these days, that motherfucker look big as hell though. She probably feels like 10 pounds lighter since drank all that wine. She's probably tipsy. So don't fall. But fall in, did you? Yeah, who else was I talking to?
Oh my god, I feel so much fucking better. I just held that shit for almost, like, literally over.
No one told you to pour 2 more glasses?
I know, I'm sorry. I was sitting here getting into the conversation.
Well, yeah, to go back to the point, like, people don't fail to realize that I went to a top 5 junior college in the nation, and
Wow.
Like, when I was playing football, even in track, football, and basketball in high school. And
What did you do in track?
I wanted to do long jump.
Okay.
Niggas looked at me like I was like super athletic because they asked me if I could dunk, and I was like, well, yeah, but then they wanted me to do high jump. I didn't like that shit. And then they wanted me to do the 400. Definitely didn't like that shit. But I wasn't
400's a
fast.
dub.
I like 200, but
Yeah. I did track my whole life. I was nationally ranked in shot put. Fun fact.
Really?
Literally.
Did you do anything?
From the age of 6 up until the age of 18, nationally ranked.
See, I just hated track because track took too damn long. Like that shit was.
Yeah.
I didn't like being there all day. I like just being there. I loved the track meets that was like local.
Yeah.
So I could drive there and then like just do what I got to do in the bounce. I love those.
But yeah, no, I did AAU. That was a whole different ballpark. AAU and USATF. Oh gosh.
AAU track sounds nasty. It sounds like everybody was taking it super fucking serious.
Oh, trust me. It was life. It was life.
But even then, like, everybody used to talk shit. Like, I've heard people try to say they would kill me and my whole family. Like,
I've heard shit too.
Crazy shit.
I've heard racist shit too. Like,
and that's what's crazy. It's like it's still in a way competitive because like it's passion. And so the fact that people was talking about sportsmanship and stuff like that, it's like, yo, what's crazy is like, so they talked about Angel Reese being in the classes and all these other things, right?
Yeah, they did.
Caitlyn chose to ignore it.
The thing
in
about
a
it,
way, that's unsportsmanlike too, because you could
but
be like, all right,
yes.
yep, you got it. Here, shake my hand or GG's. Or
wait, she didn't shake her hand?
not in the moment of where she was doing all this.
Oh.
Because she just.
I mean, honestly, if I'm okay, and I'm not here to say that she was right or wrong, but if somebody's sitting there taunting me either, I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm gonna blow the fuck up. From my perspective, I will blow the fuck up. But that's also from a black person. Like Caitlyn, I don't think that she was going to say something because that she didn't have it in her, and she also didn't have the place. Me, I'm gonna take that space and I'm gonna say my shit.
Well, I don't know. Well, because I just know from the stance of like me being a shit talker when I do talk shit. So if it was warranted, like where I was talking hella shit and then somebody like won and they were celebrating my, because I always do this fucking like.
Do you think that she talked to her the entire game though? I think that Caitlyn was talking shit the whole game.
Yeah, I think Caitlyn was the only one talking shit.
So,
but not to mention Angel was getting fouled a lot. Like they were throwing balls. It was kind of a dirty game in the sense of like they were letting fouls go. Like it was weird because they called for hella fouls and then they let fouls go. And then like I'm seeing like Iowa fans do petty shit now because the LSU coach was on the court a lot and they're like, see, that's technically a technical foul, and it's like it is, but it isn't, because as long as the ref doesn't bump into them, they really don't give a shit. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like they're all
I was like, she from the South. You playing a Midwest team, like it's completely different. It's completely different.
Walks of
the
life.
crowd, the coach, everything is completely different.
Yeah, because
you saw that video of LSU versus Iowa, the pre-warm up in the locker room.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, Iowa looked like
Iowa was listening to High School Musical while LSU was fucking turn up to Boozy. Boy.
And then the
y'all could at least put hairspray on. Y'all could at least put fucking hairspray on.
And we had fucking Zac Efron.
And then Iowa just looked like they just didn't, like, we didn't look very athletic. Like they didn't want it. Like, you could tell LSU wanted it more, and they just played
I think they played better against South Carolina than I think they did playing LSU.
For sure. But I think that was just
that, like, they wanted it during, but then I thought that they didn't want it as much. As crazy that might sound, I don't think they wanted it as much when they were playing LSU.
I don't know, because I think LSU got a lot of offensive rebounds, and then number 2 went ballistic. Like she had 21 points.
Yeah, she was going crazy.
She made every shot, and then like when you have someone that can shoot, because like South Carolina. Another reason why Angel Reese and LSU felt disrespected is because they were playing South Carolina and they were like all the way off. Like they were literally leaving the 3-point wide. Like y'all can't shoot. We're not worried about y'all. And then like they took that as a sign of disrespect too. It's a weird situation because like I love it. Like I feel like it was the most watched women's sports NCAA
had
game.
Millions and millions and millions of
9.9 million views.
For women, good. This is Caitlin's senior year though, right? Coming up, yeah.
But I think it's also crazy that like for some reason women there's not a 1-year eligibility rule. Because could you imagine it? Yeah,
Yeah.
which is weird because could you imagine if Caitlyn and Angel Reese went to the league right after this and say they went 1-2?
And there's a girl from South Carolina that declared that she was gonna go. I forgot what her name was.
Yeah, I
but
saw
yeah,
that.
yep, she declared that she was gonna go. So yeah, that shit would go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. And I
Even
feel
the USA team with all of them, because Caitlyn was already on the USA team, and their Olympics are next year, 2024,
Yep.
in Paris. Imagine all of them, boy. And I already said I'm going. Like, I gotta see them play.
And I feel like the WNBA is in a spot where they can start creating these storylines because that's what people care about.
Yeah.
Because the only reason we cared at the beginning is because Caitlyn was talking shit, and not to mention she was just hooping. She was balling out of her mind, but she was balling last year too. So the fact that she started balling this year, and she was talking hella shit,
Yeah.
it was a story that was just written for success. So I love to see it. I'm gonna watch next year. I kind of hope that Iowa somehow plays LSU. I feel like we need to make tickets of that. And that shit would go crazy. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So, Bex, last question before we wrap this thing up.
What's up?
Because it's been a while, that's podcast, and I'm tired.
Right.
What are your future goals?
My future goals. Well, I just applied. I haven't told anybody.
Love is blind.
No. I just applied to get my Pilates teacher training and my yoga teacher training this summer. So I'm going to become a certified Pilates and yoga teacher. And I plan on opening possibly the first black Pilates studio / yoga studio here in the city of Des Moines. That is my main goal right now.
Don't move.
If I don't move. But even if I do move, get some people under my belt that can teach the classes. I don't have to physically be here. I plan on being between here and randomly Kentucky, and then possibly New York. So those 3 places. It's not random.
What the fuck is in Kentucky?
My man's crazy. I know. It's like, what the fuck
It's
is in
crazy how it's
Kentucky?
a callback to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Get the fuck out. And you know what's crazy is they don't even fucking eat KFC out there. They down that. They be like, what? Why are you like what? They don't even eat that shit out there. Now they do at this place called Lee's Chicken. If no one ever put y'all on, I put y'all on. Go to Lee's Chicken out there. Fire. But yeah, and Junior's. Get a burger from Junior's.
Food.
Yeah, that's Kentucky for you. But yeah, that's my plan for right now. And right now, I just want to continue to travel for the rest of this year. That was my plan for my 30th year of this earth, was to live for myself and do everything that I want to do. So, doing that.
That's dope. I definitely think I'll sign up for a yoga class. 'Cause I'm trying to get fit.
Oh yeah, so I do high yoga. I'm doing my second session here on 420 again this year. So, you know,
I might have to start.
you don't have to. Yeah, you can just come and do yoga. Like, you can just partake in the food and the yoga. Like, you don't have to do everything. But
Because eventually, what I noticed too is like the weakest spot on my body is my hips. So
oh, you need to get your hip flexors right. Okay, we can work on that.
I can dig deep on shorty.
I feel
rows,
that.
whatever.
We can work on that.
But yeah, I mean, you've been a humble guest, a great host, drunk off the wine, funny, entertaining, wild, silly, goofy, all the shit. Just the typical things that TylerBrianHour just loves and appreciates you for. So the floor is yours. Anything you want to promote? Shout out.
You can visit my website, bxtaa.com, BXTA.com. Follow me on Instagram at dopest, BXTHADOPEST. Same with my TikTok and my Twitter.
TikTok going
And
crazy.
that's all. And yeah, I'm trying to become a little mini content creator. So yeah, follow me on TikTok. But yeah,
Word.
That's all.
I appreciate you like always. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to subscribe to the podcast for a little $1, $4, $9, whatever you can afford. Wherever you get the podcast, at TylerBrianHour, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. But Anchor's like tied to Spotify now. I don't know how that works. Tyler, I hope you have a great time in Detroit. Hopefully you feel better. You know what I'm saying?
shout out to Tyler.
Shout out Tyler. Like,
still told me, he's the one who told me to do an episode. He's like, yo, go do an episode solo, hold it down. I was like, I got you, say less. So that's what I had to do. So I had to call up one of the dopest that I know. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. Hopefully it don't sound like shit with the cars in the backgrounds.
Right.
And
I think it'll sound good.
Static thing. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this because I got a problem every day. That's why y'all need to rate this shit 5 stars and donate so I could get the better equipment so we won't have these problems.
Big facts.
But I love y'all guys. Until next time, we out. Bye.